Hello everyone, my name is Anurag and you are on the YouTube channel 𝘼𝙧𝙪𝙧𝙪. So this is the second video tutorial on getting started with Fusion 360, and without wasting any time, let's get started. So as we mentioned, this is the second video tutorial on getting started with Fusion 360. I have a previous video, first video of this playlist or YouTube video series. If you haven't seen that video, you can click on upside in the screen and you can reach out on that video and you can see how to install Fusion 360 on our system and what the user interface and the command structures looks like in Fusion 360. So now we are going to open the Fusion 360 software in our PC and let's see some specification in it. So the software is loaded now and you can see all related options and user interface is visible to you. And basically Autodesk Fusion 360 is a cloud enabled software, so ensure that you have an active internet connection or internet connectivity or any Wi-Fi or cellular network data. So at first you have to click on here show data panel, and then it will pop up a basic training page or something like that, and then you can click on back and it will show you the name Anurag Pandey, open Anurag Pandey on web. Now here you can in right side, here is also my name, so you have to click on right side and you have to click on preferences. So click on that. So you can see we have talked about a little I can go about general. So in general what you get is user language. You can change the language in German, English, Japanese and Chinese. So and graphic drivers, auto select DirectX 11, DirectX 9, you can select that. Offline cache time period and automatic version on close, and automatic recovery save time, blah 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 blah. Plan, zoom, orbit, shortcut. So you can set here alias, inventor, SolidWorks or Fusion. So if you are good with SolidWorks, you can select that, but we are going to select the Fusion 360 for now. Default orbit type, constraint orbit, you can select the free orbit too as your requirement. Reverse, zoom and direction, enable camera pivot, use gesture based view navigation, and you can click OK, and then it will save all your settings if you have changed something out there. So let's see if you changed something and then you want to restore it and you have done by that mistake. So you can just click on restore defaults and it will do everything what is done before. It will just ruin that all setting you have done the previously, right? So what to do is go to, you can generally, you have options of API, default language for a script, prompt, C++, Python, default language for add-ins, prompt, C++, Python. So you can click here from there. Default path for script and add-ins, you can just provide path for your script and add-ins. Design options, we got this type of works. Default works is sculpt, model, patch, mesh. Design history, okay, we got some option of rendering here, environment, brightness, blah 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 blah. Cam options, external editor, and drawing options, inherit from design. Simulation options, number of process, automatic screen size. Then in general we also get material, mesh, graphic and network and data collection and use options, right? After that we have a unit and value display, so you can just change according to your requirement. A simulation and use scientific notation above, and default units, like design in cam in simulation and custom kg time force. So you can change here default units according to you. So preview, here are some options of preview, live review, blah 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 blah. You can also click the PCB feature. The PCB feature enables the collaboration with the Eagle user, allowing the both Eagle and Fusion user to influence the shape of printed circuit board and position of component on that board. No intermediate files are needed. Both Fusion and Eagle access the Fusion design directly from the cloud. So now if you have a 𝚤𝙤𝙬 soft Eagle software, Eagle is basically used for designing PCB, so you can enable this feature from by clicking here, and you can just sign me up, no thanks for now, and after that you can just do anything whatever you want. So that was about the preferences. Now we will head towards the another option about user interface. So what user interface is? The user interface can be broken in up to 8 areas, right? We can break it up to 8 areas or 8 parts to help us become familiar with the product. We will I am going to describe each of the areas and go into more details with how to use it in the Fusion 360, right? So at first, what user interface is? It consists of application bar. In application, you will find the data panel, file, and save, undo, and redo, right? And then in the same user interface, you get profile and help toolbars. So here is a profile, and you get a toolbar over here, and you get a help. And this is basically a toolbar. You can change, and here it is showing to change the workspace and all whatever it is. You can change this to patch, sheet metal, and then render. There is a sheet metal, and then render, then animation, then simulation, then in cam, and then drawing, from design, from animation. So where we have a toolbar also, and let's talk about the sculpt. The sculpt workspace is used to create organic shape by manipulating faces, edge, and vertices, right? So the model workspace is used to create solid widths, hard edges, and felt faces. The patch workspace is used to create open surfaces to stitch into solid bodies. The render workspace is used to set up the environment and create photorealistic rendering. The cam workspace is used to create and simulate tool paths, then generate G code for subtractive manufacturing. And the animation workspace is used to create exploded views of an assembly and control over unique animation of parts and assemblies. The drawing workspace is used to generate 2D manufacturing design. And what we need to note here that very frequently our design will require that work in both sculpt and model workspaces back and forth. We might even throw patch in there to stitch surfaces together into a solid, create the organic shape in the sculpt, and use the model for manufacturing features afterwards. So what do we basically use? We use a model because model creates mechanical design that contain mostly prismatic geometry. Access command to create solid bodies. In simple language, we use model to create design with hard edges and flat faces. Model create bodies requiring act sizes and edges. Entering act value is not required but as typical, right? So here are some examples. So go to design samples, and you can see here is a bike frame, the lamp, and a utility knife here. So we are going to import the utility knife over here to our workspace. Double click on that, and it is showing that opening document. Wait for some seconds while it download, and after some seconds the utility knife is now downloaded. And you can see by just using the scroller on your mouse, you can zoom in or zoom out. You can do with your touchpad by zoom in with 2 finger and zoom out with that, as you do in your Android screen. So you can see it is a utility knife, and it is its isometric view. You can change the views from here, and you can just change it. You can view it in 3D and in whatever direction you want. So just click on home button and it will take it back to the isometric views, as I told you in the previous video. So click on this face and you will be able to now just push back the blade. So quite cool effect we got in Fusion 360. So you can see you can do a lot of things. You can add here a sliding module, and then your object will slide like this. And here it is written auto text, right? Nice. So take it back and pull it out. So what we are going to talk is this option is of view cube options. Here is a home button. Here you can switch between different views: front, right, back, then left, then bottom, and likewise that. You can shift to the top view and you can rotate it 90 degrees, and whenever you want you can switch to the isometric, the home view, by this cube view option given to right side over here. We can left click to select the object in canvas, and we can right click for the marking menu. You can see here by right clicking we get a marking menu over there. So computing delete face is 1.33%. It's showing like that something. So at first just go to the create and click on create and click on box. Select any plane you wanted, and then you can make here to there x and y, then click on OK, then set the length and height, click 100, then press tab, then 100, then press tab, and then 50 of height of the box. So this is the 100 by 100 by 50 box we've created by this create tool. And then we are going to create a hole in middle of top face. So we will select a face and we will just put it into the middle. You can see here it is showing that a dot particular, it is the middle of this box. We will put it there, and then we will select here extends to all, and then we are going to click here and then enter here the 50. Right, so now the box is created and you can see hole is from top to bottom all, right? So click on home and then zoom out, then do this, and what you need to do is just right click over any of this empty workspace and click on press pull, and then select the whole box by left button and then basically here what it shows the content radius, chord length, content radius, chord length. So what you need to do is now just do here some changes about 8 mm and press 8, or let's do is 6 mm, press OK. Now you can see quite nice effect created over on this particular box. Let's see the effect, zoom it a little bit, and now you can see the box looks great just because of trimming the edges by particular the option of press and pull, right? So this is the design we have designed, our first design. So we will go here, file, and then save, and it is asking about the name. We will save it as my first box, and location is demo project, then master. So you can change the location from here, demo project, my first project, and then you can save it in it, and we have saved that. And now you can go to, so double click on demo project and it will take you to your saved project you have done previously. And this is my first box, and double click, left click on that, and it will open it over here. So this is it, the design. Now we will render it as an image, right? So just wait and watch what we are going to do with it. And now for render this particular block, what you need to do is just at first close this for nice quiet view, and then go to model and select the view to the render option, and now this is open. Now you can see how it looks like after rendering that to your box, right? You can see the rendering of your particular project, and it will look like that. So in behind here is something like rendering gallery showing. Here is comment and all. So let's get back to rendering. To here you can add light to that, you can see, but we will close it and it is useless basically, and just undo whatever it is. Go to model and now set it to home, and you can see here what is here. It is a timeline, my first box, named origin bodies and origin XYZ blah blah blah, names and views, document settings blah blah blah. So for now you can go to the previous steps by clicking on these buttons. Yeah, so here is apply options for your project, and you will be able to see easily how your project is created. All you have to do is to click on this button and it will do everything what you have done with your project. So you can see the changes it is showing, you can shift with them. So it is fillet one, it is hole one, and this box primitive one. These are basics 3 design. You can click on that and you can see the changes are in blue color, and this is the whole box. This is the, you can see, cancel that and just click on that and you will be able to see the whole box and all, right? So let's talk about keyboard shortcuts. We get some keyboard shortcuts like undo, redo, copy, paste, cut, grow selections, ring selection, loop selections, blah blah blah. Next, you add geometry, geometry and keep creases. So these are the keyboard shortcuts showing on your screen for particular Windows and Mac. It is little bit of different in Mac, you can say that. but the undo, redo, copy, paste command are same. So in Windows you have to do all is Control plus Z, and in Mac Command plus Z. So you can see the keyboard shortcut on your screen, and if you want it in written, you can get to the web page and you will find them written in brief. And if you want it in a PDF format, there is a link in the description below, you can check out that. So that was for today, and I think it is a quite long video for this particular section, and it might be some type of boring, but and I hope it will be interesting to you. And if you learn something, you can click on the thumbs up, and if you have any related problem on Fusion 360, you can comment down below, and I will reply ASAP as soon as possible. So it was me, Anurag, and thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.